Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi my fellow June bugs, thank you so much for joining me again in this video. Today I've got an exciting video because I am actually doing a collection video. I haven't done one of these in a little while because they're just so much effort. You have to take all the bags out and you know, it always ends up being a lengthy video because I do love to talk. But as you guys know, if you've been watching my last couple of videos, I've had a slight obsession with the Louis Vuitton Takashi Murakami re-release for this year, and it's just sparked my love for the Louis Vuitton multicolor range. You guys know I've loved that collection for a very long time and I've been a long time collector of those pieces, so I thought a collection video would be a nice roundup of all of the things that I have in my collection so far, but also all of the new pieces I've added into my collection from this year. Now before we start, I just wanted to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is Ideal. They have kindly sent me some pieces to share with you guys, and I'm really excited because I have seen this brand for a little while. I love the concept of the brand. Firstly, they are a sustainable company owned by Ornella and her brother. It originated in Antwerp and their focus is on sustainability with good quality pieces at an affordable price. So already I love that about them, but also my favorite thing about this company is how customizable their pieces are. Let me just show you the pieces first and then we can get into the details a bit more. They gave me a beautiful handwritten note from Ornella. She's so lovely. She reached out to me personally, and you know, it's just so cool when the owner of the company is the one actually reaching out to you. It's so much more personal, which I really like. So they gave me this beautiful pouch. You guys know I love packaging. Any little pieces that you know you can reuse is always cool. They also have this silk pouch, which is so nice. It's such great quality. Also gave me a cleaning brush and a shine serum. They give you a certificate with each piece that you receive. So this says this was certified and hand checked by Jack. It is lab grown diamond. It's got the color grade, the clarity grade, and the cut. It is traceable 14K solid gold, which is fantastic. I love a good solid gold piece. And then this was handmade in Antwerp, Belgium. It's got here, each ideal piece is thoughtfully crafted in-house by master artisans, ensuring it meets the ideal standard. The diamond's growth, shaping and polishing, as well as setting, cleaning and final quality control of each ideal piece is done with care. Every ideal piece goes through 9 pairs of hands before it can be certified. Wear it with pride and care. Oh, I think that's so nice. So opening it up, oh, so these are the pieces I got. Absolutely gorgeous. So I got the 2 diamond studs, cocoa, a solid gold chain, and the Lena that you can see there. Looking at it like this, it looks just like a beautiful diamond set. But really cool thing about Ideal is actually how modular they are, as in you can take the pieces apart and wear them separately. So this diamond earring actually is a stud and you can separate the pieces, so you could wear it as a single diamond stud, which you know is perfect for every day, just like that. Or you can take this earring extension and actually use you to loop it through like that. That is so cool. Love that. And I mean, you could wear a completely different earring on the other side. Like, I love a dangly earring. I think a dangly earring is just such a beautiful statement piece. And how gorgeous is that? That is actually so beautiful. And the point is, you know, you can layer it up. I'd love to add more ideal pieces and just create like a beautiful diamond stack. How fab. But it's just so elegant. I just love that. It's stunning. So good. And then I had to try their necklace because how beautiful is that there. It's got a chain of diamonds on a solid gold chain. It's got a few hoops there so you can adjust it to have it any length you want. So for this, I love having it as a choker. How stunning is that? Like, I am in love, you guys. And then let me just show you, like, honestly the coolest thing about it. You can take this off and have it as a solid chain because this is all adjustable. This is all removable, which is really cool. So you just take it off like that. Do not lose this. And then you've got a solid chain, but you can take this off and put it on this chain. So they've made everything really customizable, adjustable, but also very modular, which is just so cool. I love anything that you can mix and match because that is how you create more unique personal pieces, you know. Now you have got this beautiful lariat, and I actually have 2, so you can wear it as single or I can take this one off and put it on here as well. So now you have a double chain lariat, a little bit more interesting. I'm actually going to keep it like that because I love that. I'm so excited for this because I just think it is so awesome. You've got siblings, sisters, mum, and you have a collection together. You can mix and match your pieces together and just like share them, which is I think really, really cool. Honestly think Ornella did just such an incredible job with this company. That is ideal. It is the ideal jewelry brand because, you know, quality pieces, affordable prices, customizable. It's everything you kind of want in a jewelry brand, and I cannot recommend them enough. Absolutely love the pieces that I got. I cannot wait to add more pieces so I can mix and match and really style it, have like a beautiful ear stack. They are diamonds, solid gold, sustainable, traceable, wonderful, ethical company. And of course I love supporting companies like this, so please do go check them out. I'll include my discount code in the info bar below, and I'll link all of the pieces that I got. Thank you again Ornella for sponsoring this portion of the video. Moving along, enough jewelry talk. Today's video is a collection video, so let's crack on. I'm trying to figure out how to do this, but maybe we'll start from the very beginning and share with you guys the first piece that I added into my collection. These SLGs here, they are the multicolor PM agenda. Where I can get it in both colors, I do try. I love completing the set. My favorite pieces to get were always the black multicolor. I feel like maybe I was a bit more edgy back then because I've definitely leaned more towards the white. I love this size. I think this is my favorite like agenda size just because it's so pocketable. You can use it for many different things, including passport holder, wallet, notepad, as well as an agenda, and you can just carry it with you because it's small enough. This is the old version that has leather, but it's like a beige leather, so it doesn't change color, but I love these. They're just so fun. Don't use it that often, but when you do use it and you see this pop of like multicolor in your bag, it just makes you really, really happy. So that is that one. I think the next piece that I added to my collection is this one right here. Multicolor came into my life as a form of SLGs initially because I just really wasn't into the bags. I felt like the bags were really gaudy, really too much, especially like with all of the studs. But I loved like all the different colors and just like how bright it is against the black and the white. And I actually did add the multicolor cosmetics PM back in the days, which I then sold because I just wasn't using it. I obviously regret that now because I think the older cosmetic pouch is much nicer than the new ones that was re-released, but you know, I didn't use it, so I was just hoarding it. But this is the compact zippy, and I hunted high and low for this one because if you are an OG multicolor lover, you know back in the day you got a different piece depending on the color placement. So even if it was the same item, depending on where they cut the canvas, you can get different placements of the colors, and you know, everyone had their favorite color. This is my favorite sort of 6 there. And then what I love about this is the gorgeous pink interior. Like, I haven't really used this because I do get worried about the screen printing wearing out, but you know, it is a fun piece to have in my collection. It's definitely more of a collector's piece. I feel like this was the entry-level bags for me in terms of the multicolor handbag. I added this one first, and unfortunately it's been a bit worse for wear because I did take it to the beach and it got pressed against a wet towel and it just got absolutely destroyed. I was so heartbroken when this happened. I actually haven't been wearing her since she got a little bit water damage. I do eventually want to replace this, but I don't know what the situation is at Louis Vuitton in terms of getting these repaired. So if anyone knows or has had any experience getting these pochettes repaired, please let me know. I got these pre-COVID or around COVID, so they were kind of going up in price, so I knew that I had to get them. The popularity was slowly going up. It was still kind of not as popular as it is now, but yeah, it was definitely going up, so I knew I needed to jump on it. The reason it took me so long to get these cosmetic pouches was because of the color combo. Like I mentioned, these are my favorite, the pink with the purple, and then the greens and the blues. I knew I wanted this canvas colorway, so that was the first one. And then I of course, added the white one. Believe it or not, the white one I've used a lot more compared to the black, just because I find it is a little bit more wearable with the white. It's really easy to style during summer. I actually use this quite a lot. This is probably my most used pochette out of all of my pochettes, and so if you are after a multicolor handbag, I think the white multicolor pochette is such an easy one to add into your collection and actually use. Again, as you can see, the color combo is pretty much the same as the black, because that is the color combo I wanted. But those are my two pochettes, and then slowly I think these might have been my first bags. I cannot remember if it was this one or the DeVille, but Louis Vuitton Mini HL in the, again, black and the white. Absolute favorite multicolor bags of all time. So much so that you guys are gonna think I'm crazy. I have a whole stack. I know. I know. Basically, anytime I saw it for a good price, I purchased it because I'm obsessed, you guys. I am so obsessed with these bags. I kind of wanted to get an extra because I wanted to like replace the vachetta, and then I ended up just hoarding them all. So I do have a few. I have two of the white. One I do use more than the other because I kind of just love the color combo of that. This one has the pink and the purple, and on the other side is the pink and the black. I don't love this one as much because it's a lot more pinks based, so I don't use this one as much, but I love this one. I have three of the blacks. I haven't shown this to you guys before because I didn't want you guys to think I'm crazy, but full disclosure, I am crazy. This is my favorite. This is the blue and the lime green with the pink and purple. I love this bag. This is kind of my treasured bag. This is the bag that I kind of want to keep forever and, you know, don't want to wear out. I want to get all of the vachetta replaced for this one, but I'm a bit nervous. And then this is the one that I actually wear. You know, I have one that I want to use, wear out, not get too worried about, but like still enjoy. And then this is just kind of like a little backup, just cause why not, you know? This one has the pink and the purple, and then the pink and the white. But yes, you guys, I am crazy. One day, maybe if I have kids, I don't know. I'm sure I'm saving it for a good reason. We will see. And I know that now is probably opportune time to resell them if I wanted to, but I'm not a reseller. I kind of just hoard bags, so I find it really hard, but we will see. Watch this space. This was probably the first big girl bag that I added for my multicolor collection. This is the DeVille in the black. I wore this so much back in the day. I haven't worn her in quite some time just because she feels quite big to me. You know, back then this was sort of a little bit smaller, but yeah, it is a bigger bag. The reason I got this one was I wanted the Speedy so much, but the Speedy 30 is a massive bag on me. I am very short. I'm 5 foot nothing on a good day, usually 4'11", so the Speedy 30 is just massive. It would overwhelm me. So I thought this was like a good in between an Alma and Speedy, and so I did add this one into my collection. They also didn't have like a smaller Alma BB back then. They only had like the massive Alma, so this was kind of like the smaller multicolor bags, and I love that you can kind of wear it on this side and just have it really plain, or you can wear it on this side and have the pocket showing. It doesn't have a lot of hardware, which was a bonus for me because I didn't want something with too much of these studs, but this one is in amazing condition, absolutely pristine. When I wear it out, my family thinks it's like a brand new bag. It really just has kept its condition after all these years. Interior is also absolutely pristine, as you can see there. Love her. Just such a solid bag, and I love that one so much that I added it in the white. This one is also in really beautiful condition. This just reminds me of like a white birthday cake with like rainbow icing. Like, it's just so fun, so delicious. In fact, the multicolor collection, that's just what it reminds me of. I absolutely love it. I think this one is also such a good summer bag if you want something bigger than an Alma BB or like a mini HL or a pochette. I think this is a really nice kind of modern looking bag. I know that they re-released this one in the new collection, but like more in a Nice-West style, which I think is a fantastic way to re-release this bag personally. If I didn't have this, I definitely would have gone for that. Such a great one if you're looking to add a multicolor piece into your collection. Both of these bags, I think we're going for around 1.5 at the time that I got them, and again, this was around 2020. I think if you can get them for a reasonable price, like 2.5 probably is the max. I would get them. If you can get them under 2,000, get it for sure. And then the final SLG is this 4-ring key holder with the beautiful pink. This is an older piece, a little bit more worn, but I don't mind having these sort of more worn pieces to use and actually have in your bag. So this is probably one of the SLGs I do use more often than any of those, apart from the handbags, just because, you know, when you've got like an older piece like this, you don't mind if it's a bit worn and it gets a bit like trash in your bag, but it's just so nice to see like all these beautiful colors peek out inside your handbag. I actually prefer the 4-ring key holder over the 6-ring key holder. I had the 6 key. I think I sold that one really cheap. I just don't use it. But the 4-ring I do use. It's really just for keys, and that's what I use it for. That was kind of my collection up until recently, but in the last couple of months, as you guys know, I've added a few things to my collection. I added this one very recently. So this is the Alma BB from the new collection. I love everything about it. I love that they did like untreated vachetta. I love this little bow detail that they have. It's so cute. Since having this, I will say don't use the Duville as much anymore, just because it's kind of similar vibes, and that's kind of why I was prompted to add the other bag that I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, this is the Alma BB. So happy I was able to add her into my collection. She was the only bag I really wanted from the re-release. I mean, if I had money, I would have like purchased more, obviously, but this was definitely like a must-have. No regrets. I think that they've done a really good job with this bag. I love it. With this purchase, I also added 2 SLGs. One is brand new, so I got the Rosalie wallet, which was the only SLG I wanted to add into my collection, only because it still featured the beautiful pink interior. I was really disappointed that Louis Vuitton didn't add like the beautiful pink interior or the lychee. Some of them were just like plain beige, which is a little bit disappointing to see. I understand for bags, like you didn't want leaking, but I mean for SLGs, like this beautiful pink is just such a lovely detail that it's kind of, yeah, disappointing that they didn't do that for all of them. And then because it kind of reignited my love for multicolor, I hadn't purchased like a pre-loved multicolor item in a while, and I ended up looking for this. So this is the key ring. Oh my gosh, about the key rings, guys, I don't know where it's gone. I had keychain, can't find them. I'm sure they're here somewhere, but I also have like the old keychains of these because I used to use them as decoration, but I wanted to add the old school ones which were a little bit bigger. You can see it's almost the same size as this wallet. I do love clays, and this one was just a bit of fun. This one I just found for a really good price, so of course I had to add it into my collection. It's actually in pretty good condition. It's got the beautiful pink like lychee color, which is a color that I was talking about that I wish they included in the most recent collection. The silk screen printing on this one is in really good condition, and I guess when you're looking for pre-loved multicolor pieces, this silk screen is probably what I would pay the most attention to. Generally the vachetta, the brass, you can get them replaced, but the canvas condition in terms of chipping and wear and tear is one that you can't really replace. And the older version, the initial release, they didn't really have the screen printing down pat, and so there was a lot of chipping of the colors, but this one actually is in really good condition. And then I also added some shoes. These were the first pair of multicolor shoes that I added into my collection, and since these I am like on a big hunt to add more. I would love to get a black in some sort of multicolor, but so far I have these, and I was so torn about them because they are so expensive. They were about, I think, $2,000 or just under. I think it was 1.8, which is so expensive. Shoes I try to get like cheaper if I can. I don't mind buying them pre-loved because you can get brand new shoes, never been worn, for a much more affordable price. Shoes don't tend to resell well because the size is an issue, so you know, not everyone is going to be your size compared to bags where everyone can wear bags. So yeah, I do find shoes to be a pretty good thing to buy on the pre-loved market if you can get some in really good condition. So this one I did purchase. I had to put insoles in them because they are a little bit too big, so if you're getting these ballerina ballerina flats, I would definitely go almost like a full size down personally, because I have very narrow feet. But I love these. I'm so happy that I added them to my collection. I've worn them so much already. And then these next pair of shoes, I actually added these because I was really umming and ahhing between getting the ballerina flats or the mules, and I just thought, I know that they've done the mules before, whereas I don't really see ballerina flats, and I love ballerina flats. I wear them all the time. I feel like they're very versatile. So I kind of went on a hunt to like purchase these mules, and I found them. Now they're not exactly the same. I actually prefer them more. They have like this gold detail, which is really nice because I do tend to wear a lot of gold. It's actually more of a champagne, so even if you wanted to wear silver you can. And it's just got a stripe of like multicolor on there. I got it in a size 36. It fits me really well. I love these. I just have to get them resoled because, you know, with these old shoes the heel tends to chip or break because like the rubber gets hard, and yeah, you just have to get them resoled, which is fine. There is a pair of pumps I really want to add to my collection, and I am desperately looking for them. I've seen them in a couple of sizes, but not any size that I could sadly fit. So I am looking to add that. If I can find a picture of it, I'll show that one to you. And then the last bag that I did add recently is this beautiful multicolor Noe in the Petite. I love the Noe. I have it in a BB size. I have it in a GM size. This is the Petite size. This is the first Petite that I do have, and I think this is actually a great size. It's still quite big even though it's petite. And the reason I added this one is because a lot of the bags that I have are top handle, and sometimes I do like to wear a shoulder bag just to give it a more casual feel, and I just thought the combo of these two would be so good together with a pair of jeans and just like a white top, something super carefree for summer. I love the combo of these two. I am wanting to add this one in the black as well, but the black is going for a lot more. It is really expensive to get the black on the pre-loved market, so I am kind of just keeping an eye out and being patient with it. With the re-release, you know, the prices go up, but if you are a long-time collector and lover, you just have to be patient with these. I think it will still go down and, you know, still be a lot more than what it was before, but it isn't going to be like extortionate in terms of prices like we're seeing today. So I love this one. I honestly think if you can find this one, this is a great bag. I actually prefer this one over the DeVille, I think, if you love like a casual shoulder bag. So that's that one. Something that I've added this year that I hadn't considered adding before was silks. I have a nice little collection of silk multicolor from this year. The first one is obviously this beautiful silk scarf that I got brand new from the re-release this year. This was one of the ones I really wanted. I wasn't so fussed on the black, but I wanted the white because I think the white is just so wearable in terms of like a scarf, a top. I just love the colors of this one, and this was the one that I was desperate to add to my collection in terms of a silk. So I'm so happy I was able to add this. It wasn't cheap. It was about $980, but because you can rewear this as a top, as a scarf, like so many different ways, I think it is a pretty good buy instead of buying like a multicolor top for like $3,000. So not bad. And then I also added this bandeau. So this bandeau you have seen me wear like as a necktie. I was very inspired by Zendaya. I love her, but I loved how she styled it as a necktie, but you can sort of wrap it around the handles of your bag. You could wear it as a headband. You could wear it as like a little neck scarf like this. So many different ways to wear this one. Inspired by these purchases, I actually did add these ones into my collection. So this is the vintage scarf. As you can see, it's very different to the new ones. The new ones have like the large LVs, and the vintage scarf have the smaller LV. This one, again, same thing. You could wear it as a headband, wrap it around bags. You could wear it as a belt. I was able to find this one for 350 Australian dollars. So a little bit cheaper, not by much, to the new ones. And so that is why, like, if you can get a brand new one, it's better because you're paying $480 and it's brand new, never been used. Whereas this one is a little bit more worn. Colors just isn't as vibrant. Also, it's a little bit more yellowed compared to the new one. And then of course I had to get it in the black as well because I couldn't add it in the black from the new collection, which I'm not fussed about. I actually didn't really need to have the black. I feel like the black is not as easier to style for me these days because I'm definitely more into like the lighter multicolor white compared to the black. This black one I've added just to have so I could, you know, match it with my bags if I ever want to wear the black one, and wear it as a headscarf, again as a necktie, great for more autumn, winter kind of outfits, I guess. Anyways, you guys, that is my collection. I don't know how long this video is, and I do apologize for the background noise and also like the lighting change. It's been a day, but I've tried to make the best out of it. Do let me know what you guys think of this video, my collection. Let me know what you think about my crazy little HL obsession there. Yes, I am crazy. I know this. You don't need to tell me. I am insane. There are still a lot of things I wanted to add to my collection. One of them is the multicolor Eliza. I don't mind adding that in the black probably rather than the white, just because I've got the Petite Noe, so that's a really nice shoulder bag. And then of course I want to add like a black multicolor shoe to my collection, and then of course the black Petite Noe I want to add. And I also do want to add like the white multicolor keeper. I had the opportunity to buy it really cheap. I don't know why I didn't. I think I was just trying to not spend so much because I spent all this money on the new collection. I was like, you don't need to spend money on the old one. And then I've just been kicking myself ever since. So honestly, learn from me. If you find something for a good price and it looks like it's in good condition, just get it. You will not regret it. You can always resell it later. Just get it. But anyways, you guys, that is me, your crazy little multicolor bag lady. Do let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you want to see any more collection videos from me, also let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see how I style these pieces, do check out my Instagram. I will have it here somewhere. That's where I post styling reels and outfits of the pieces that I'm sharing with you on this video today. Thank you so much again to Ideal for sponsoring this video. Please go and check them out. As always, hope you guys are having a wonderful week or weekend, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.